Hi, it is I, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80 for the Full Force News Burst live, coming at you with lots of news. Yes, I'm also getting that annoying icon that tells me that the connection isn't strong enough. Come on, if I'm glitching out, I apologise. But yeah, hello and welcome to the Full Force News Burst, brought to you by Generals Joe's REBORN.com. Like I said, with me, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80. Oh, the connection is unstable. I hate that icon. It's come up a few times, but nothing I can do about it, guys. I'm sorry. Anywho, we've got a little bit of news for you tonight. Of course, there is some kind of PulseCon-ish news, and there is some Sdcc kind of news as well from out of Super7. So I suppose we'll just get stuck into it. Hello, guys. Everyone's saying things are okay. Nothing's too worrying at the moment in terms of glitching. I appreciate that. Hello, Joe Self. Hello, Brent Richards. Hello to everyone on the call at the moment. I am going to switch it over, though, and let's get in to the newsy news, because this is just the intro to the news. This isn't the newsy news. Let's do the newsy news. Stop saying news. News. Right. So first up then, yeah, we have Hasbro PulseCon 2022. Dates have been announced. And, well, announced, that's not even true, is it? They've just been revealed sneakily by a cheeky image that got out there early. And of course, Super7 have dropped a very cool image of one of their Sdcc exclusives. So let's first start. Let's start with Hasbro PulseCon 2022. So the dates have been revealed. Like I said, it was by a naughty picture that was taken from the Hasbro booth as they set up for Sdcc. Not even like properly happening and starting yet. People already trying to get me to say my catchphrase. I'm blaming Matt O'Brien and kind of Joe Self for saying it before the stream started. So I'll do it for you guys. Zorana! I didn't know it was you. Yes, I am literally Thrasher. Yeah, and Joe Self, just to point it out, color changing deluxe Zorana. I didn't know it was you. Probably not. No, it's not. It's not none of that. So let's talk about this PulseCon 2022 dates. How does everyone feel about it? Well, first off, we all knew PulseCon was coming again. It's a really cool online event that Hasbro put on for all of their brands. It will be taking place on Friday, September the 30th, and Saturday, October the 1st. Really awkward date, like month combination there, and it's like usually it's just in 1 month. They've done it for two. It's a 2-month convention now. My word, a 2-month online convention. Anyway, really cool. Excited for this one. Obviously, we're going to be getting loads more Hasbro related reveals and what have you. So I'm very excited about that. And considering Sdcc, hasn't even started yet, we're already getting information about PulseCon. So it's kind of like, whoa there, Nelly, pull on the reins a little bit. We've got Sdcc to get through first. Yes, Joe, I also enjoyed the first 2 PulseCons. They're absolutely brilliant. And I suppose, obviously, it kind of helped that we were in lockdown for the first one especially. But kind of, in that kind of scenario where you didn't really have a convention to go to, it was really nice to have. I just really enjoyed the online events in general. But yeah, the PulseCons are great, and so much goes into them. You can definitely tell a lot goes into those shows. And there's always some cool stuff they reveal as well, which is great. Bree Bigby says, what more do they want us to spend our money on? Well, lots more by the looks of things, Bree. Or Bry. Apologies if I'm saying that wrong. I'm going to say Bry. And if it's Bree, then I apologize. But I'm saying Bry. It's like short for Brian. I don't know. I have no idea. But yes, what more do they want us to spend their money on? Indeed. Matt says, I'm still at work, so I have to watch in silence. I hope next year I can attend my first Comic-Con. Praying Super7 has some inventory left over after the event. Later, brother, full force. Well, thanks for watching in silence anyway, Matt. Appreciate it. We'll have to start doing That's not sign language. It's terrible sign language. I don't know what I said. It could have been anything. It could have been hideous. Joe says, it also helps I was able to score Snake Supreme and Master of Disguise figures. Totally. Very, very good point. You do. There is that concern, isn't there, over these kind of things. Raymond Chong says, hope PulseCon will be another chance to get Dr. Mindbender. Raymond, I don't think it'll be that difficult, honestly. We're going to get, obviously, there's going to be people at SDCC that get kind of the first come, first serve scenario. But then after that, it sounds like they're making a lot. So I think when they hit Pulse afterwards, I don't think it'll be too difficult getting hold of him. Anyway, but it could be. That's a good point, actually, Raymond. It could very well be another opportunity for them to have an opportunity to get Dr. Mindbender. Thank you, darling. That's cool. I can take it. Thank you very much. Food time. Today, we have a wonderful spaghetti kind of scenario with zucchini and other stuff. It just looks amazing. Thank you, darling. I won't be eating it on screen, though, because I know people hate that. But I just wanted to show you how lucky I am. Thank you, darling. Amazing. Robert H. says, yo, having finished the Marvel GI Joe series, I started reading the IDW sequel and was shocked to see that the Blue Ninja and actually the Cobra Combat Ninja from Retaliation. I love that design. Yeah, very Robert H. And you're a little late to the party there, but still, yeah, the Blue Ninjas are kind of cool. The Cobra Combat Ninja from Retaliation, very similar, I have to agree, because it has that like thing in the middle of its head, doesn't it? Yeah, I think, yeah. Oh, I was right, Bri. I was right. Short for Brian is correct. I'm glad then I didn't call you Brie for the rest of the show, because that would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? Thank you, Bri. Appreciate that. And thanks for your comment. And also, Robert H., thank you for your comment as well, mate. I know you comment quite often, and I very much appreciate your input to everything. Thank you to all of you guys. Okay, who's talking repaint, says Neil Hill. Well, Hasbro PulseCon, hopefully, Neil, there'll be loads for us to dig into and get into a massive argument. I'm just kidding, Neil. Full course indeed, absolutely. So yeah, that's Hasbro PulseCon 2022. That's all we know about it so far. Very excited to see what happens. I kind of want to show you my shirt, which I will show off on big screen later, but you can't really see it there that clearly, but it's airtight, and it says Hostile Environment, a t-shirt I created myself. Very happy with this t-shirt, so I'll show you guys on screen later. And I'm also rocking my mask hat for those that care. I thought I'd throw up some brands today, some brands. Grant Moynier / Ruby Tarn Prime says, I'm wondering if at SDCC 2022 we'll see the 3D models of the announced Joe June figures coming in 2023, as well as physical prototypes of figures like CoverGirl and regular Outback. Very possible, Grant. I mean, that seems to be the kind of pattern for them, doesn't it? Maybe it might be more likely that SDCC has other stuff in it, and then there'll be, I definitely think, hang on, July, August, September. I definitely think there'll be another live stream before PulseCon. Definitely think that's the case. So I think we're going to get another Joe-specific brand. Well, we're going to get a HasLab update after SDCC anyway, so we know that's happening. Maybe in that time we'll get those, Grant, but who knows? Because they might be ready with them and want to show them off at SDCC. Absolutely, totally agree with you on that one. Loads of repaints are your jam, Neil. They certainly are. Or jelly, as they say in the United States. I'm just joking, guys. A Punk with Toys says, I bet this is where we see the classified Serpentor. Good point, A Punk with Toys, because obviously we've seen a lot, and I mean a lot, of images coming out of the Far East, coming out of factories, showing parts like in different stages of the process for Serpentor. So, and his air chariot, may I add. So if it is, brilliant. Can't wait. Good shout. Robert H., I love me some repaints. Still need classified Jinsu. I like it. I like your thought process there, Robert H. I do. The one I've got nearest me at the moment is regular Storm Shadow, but Ninja Force Storm Shadow or Arctic Mission is way over there, out of my distance, too far away. Joe Self says, I'm really looking forward to the behind the scenes classified panel and hope they post it online since I won't be attending SDCC. Same and same. Joe. Really excited for it. Hope they stream it. Same, because I'm also not attending Sdcc. Grant, I apologize for the long chat. Don't apologize, Grant. You can put whatever you want up, well, within reason. No, don't apologize, buddy. Absolutely, bring it on. It's good. I like that. I like that aspect of the conversation too. So do not worry at all. Neil Hill says, need to see what they could possibly show us at the classified panel that hasn't already blown our minds. Prototypes of their pipeline reveals. Could be, or I mean, in terms of behind the scenes, they could show us like the processes of the design process, the sculpt process, all that kind of stuff. I'd be really into. It could just be, it could just be like you say, it could be stuff with the new things, which would be crazy cool, wouldn't it? Oh, I'd be well into that. Ryan Costello says, I can't watch this live and go for ice cream, or can I? I'm going to say yes, you can, Ryan, because I feel like you are hinting that that's exactly what you're doing. Hello, usual Mike Television. Thank you for the shout, bud. And yeah, to everyone in the chat as well. Thanks for all your comments, guys. Really appreciate it. And we're not being absolutely like overrun tonight, which is actually a bit easier for me right now. But let's talk about the other bit of news that popped out. Actually, one more thing. Punk with Toys has said, Emily said in their luggage they do have a painted hiss. Yes, that's going to be on show. Really excited for that. There's a really fun image of I think Lenny at the airport or something, wasn't it, as they're getting ready to go. So much fun. I really hope those guys have a good time. And to everyone going as well, just tell them how much amazing stuff they're doing, please. Really appreciate it. So is it just behind the scenes stuff? Guess I missed that part in the panel description. No, Neil, I don't think it's just that. They do mention there's a thing that says behind the scenes at Classified, wasn't there, as well, in there. I'm not saying that's all they're going to be, and there's going to be loads of stuff, I think. Loads of different things. But I don't think it's just behind the scenes, no. I can't, and for those attending, I'm so jealous that you're going to get to see that Hiss tank in the flesh. Oh, hello, Yorktown Joe. Good to see everyone here on a Tuesday indeed. And I'll flash you up as well. There you go. Good to see everyone here on a Tuesday. I know, proper Tuesday vibes right now. Didn't go live yesterday because there wasn't really much in the way of news. There was the Toys R Us news, but I didn't really think a live was necessarily, needed that. I mean, they're going to be in all Macy's now, which is a little bit of an improvement for them. But I don't know. I didn't feel like it needed a massive kind of news burst on that. However, we are here tonight because we got a little bit more. Gotcha, Chris, and Zorana, by the way. Zorana! I didn't know it was you. Third time it's happened already tonight. Right then, on to the next thing then, guys. And that is Super7 have dropped this beautiful product image, which not only shows us the set in full, but also shows us Timber for the first time. I can't kind of really tell whether, to what degree he's articulated. I feel like there is some articulation in there, but the legs at the front hint at maybe like a kind of almost static pose. Anyway, I really love this set, and I think it's turned out beautifully. Obviously, the snakelings with Snake Eye's head and Shipwreck's head, brilliant. Great additions to that, and we all expected it. We knew that was going to come, but it's so cool they did it in this box set. The robot, the voice recognition robot, is brilliant. Love that. Polly looks great as well on Shipwreck's shoulder. I don't know whether Polly will be removable or not. I imagine so. I don't know, though, because every image I've seen so far, Polly's been on Shipwreck's shoulder. Obviously, it makes sense for the display. It makes sense to do it on this image, but will she pop off his shoulder? I'm going to say probably, but I don't know. Obviously, we can see that the Cobra Troopers have different skin tones, and they all have the jetpacks and kind of like the laser rifles as well, which is really, really awesome. There you go. That's the image they dropped. They didn't give us any more details necessarily that we don't already know. Obviously, we know that this is the beautiful box set they come in. We could only just about make out Timber originally, but now we've got a good shot of him. And obviously, Polly, we can see in the shot, like I said, on Shipwreck's shoulder still. So I don't know if that's like fused on there or not. Yes, Neil. All hail Cobra Commander. The great snake rules forever. There you go. I've done it again. A lot of love here from Neil Hill, mainly. You've got all the starry eyes on this one. Need that reaction set, says Neil. Absolutely. Absorb vids, need. Absolutely. I've already done it. I'm not doing it again, Neil. I did it because I saw that comment. A Punk with Toys. Is Timber just a repaint of the dogs? We know all Super 7 does is repaint and overcharge, says A Punk with Toys. I don't know. Possibly. It could possibly be that. Robert H says, so you're saying you had a good reaction to this exclusive? Wah, wah. No, that's great, Robert H. An amazing reaction to that. Absorb vids. Do we know the price? I don't believe we do yet. That will all become clear during Sdcc, I believe. It's got to be a pretty decent amount, though. You're talking 2, 3, 4, 5 reaction figures and an oversized robot reaction figure in a deluxe box. Yeah, it's going to be. Is it going to be like $80, $90, $100? It's going to be in that region, though, right? I don't know. We'll have to find out when we see. But it's beautiful. Joe Self says, I think the classified hiss will pass 20k during its final week, and more than that if they throw in an additional tier or freebie. I have to agree with you. I think the last couple of days are going to be big for it. And I also think that if they do another tier, it's going to go ballistic. Maybe they're waiting till after Sdcc happens to come back and reevaluate everything. I imagine that's probably what's going to happen. You never know. You never know. Rules. Exactly. It looks like Rudy. It looks like they jumped off the screen and into our lives big time. The animated reaction and animated ultimates have just been so beautiful to look at. So beautiful to look at. For me, look at only, unfortunately, but they just look so good. I'm giving you all the love because you're the best. Thank you, Neil. You're an absolute star. So that's the box set. Absolutely gorgeous. And here, obviously, are the references. I left these images in just to go over them again. I love the fact they've thrown the robot in there, the voice recognition robot. Obviously, the Snakeling, Shipwreck, and Snake Eyes disguises are spot on. Timber and Polly as well. Awesome. And the Cobra Troopers with jetpacks. There they are. That's what they're in there for. That's what that box set's about. Now, there's another little bit of information that Super 7 dropped yesterday, and that's the opening times, basically, for the Cobra Recruitment Center. And a lovely little graphic they threw up as well. So on July the 20th, it's going to be open from 9 p.m. till late, I don't know, like 3 in the morning. I don't know what that means. But anyway, 9 p.m. till late. July 21st, it's going to be, and July 21st and July 22nd, it'll be open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. July 23rd, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and July 24th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, that is Pacific time, aka Californian San Diegan time, 7018th Avenue as well, to give you the address, San Diego, California, 92101. So, a little bit, like I said, a little bit of information for those attending the show or attending the area, because I believe that'll be in the kind of street setup, kind of pop-up store street setup outside. Very, very cool, though. Very excited about that. For the people going, anyway. Clothesline Media says, what I wouldn't do for a classified scale Lieutenant Claymore Cobra Trooper. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Like, I want every single character in every single version available. That's why it's not too much to ask, is it? Yes, it is. And yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything for the news today. It wasn't going to be a long one. It was only going to be a shorty. Plus, I've got my beautiful food here, which I'm going to get stuck into. But before we do so, let's switch to my single face and go from there, shall we? No, I haven't. I didn't get rid of this, did I? There we go. Classic McLeod. Smooth as you like. Anyway, I wanted to show you my shirt, didn't I? My t-shirt. So yeah, we've got the hostile environment. Get that out of the way. Airtight. How'd you like that? Pretty cool, isn't it? And it's in like a kind of very cool yellow color, like a bright yellow, almost neon. As I figured, it's airtight. He's yellow, but then also I kind of want it to be really bright and in your face because it's like toxic. stuff he deals with. And anyway, and obviously the mask hat, which I just wanted to show you that because I mentioned it earlier and I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Now, a couple of things I will say before we get into any, if any other comments come in, great. Any other questions, fantastic. Well, I'll jump on them. But like I said, I'm not staying around for too long tonight. Yorktown Joe says, hope that recruitment center turns out better than those Cobra trailers Mutt's Uncle Jeff got brainwashed in. Nice little comic call out there, Yorktown Joe. But yeah, I hope it is too. It's going to be awesome by the sounds of things. They're going to have, I believe, this. I don't want to give too much away. Well, I won't say what I was going to say, but I will say they're going to have, lots of, Cobra, like they're going to have Cobra Commander, they're going to have some Cobra Troopers there. Anyway, very excited to see what that whole Cobra Recruitment Center looks like. I'm hoping for some really nice video of it as well. So if people are going there, please take lots of video, lots of pictures, and we want to see. We definitely want to see. Joe Self says, mask. It's the mighty power that can save the day. Anyway, yes. We need classified airtight, Neil. We absolutely do. 100%. Love that hat, Chris. Mask. Thank you. It's great, isn't it? I've got a bunch of these. I love them. I got them off Etsy, I think. But there was like this one. There was an Inhumanoids one. There was a Kung Fu Grip one. Loads of really cool ones. There's another one as well that I'm forgetting. Toys R Us Kid one, which was amazing. I wear them, a lot. But they're really awesome and they're really cheap as well, like $11 or something like that. 11 to 4, maybe $14 with shipping. But really, really awesome. Worth checking out. If you can, I don't know, just search Etsy for trucker hats and you might find them. I can't remember who it was, but they're great. Sorry, that's any higher news as RKW 1138. Unfortunately, RKW 1138, none. But as soon as there is some, we'll be all over that. You know it. Grant says, do you think that we'll learn more about the classified Sergeant Slaughter figure Sdcc, like when it will be? Well, it's going up for pre-order, Grant, over Sdcc. So yes, we're going to see images of it. We're going to see the figure itself, and we're going to be seeing pre-orders as well over the Sdcc. So there you go. There's all the information you need, I guess. Yes, to answer your question. I wish I could go as well, Absorb Vids, but just it doesn't, no way right now. It's just not practical. And I mean personally, not in the world. Emily said Mindbender will go up on Pulse after Sdcc. Any idea if it's a few days, weeks, or even PulseCon? We don't know yet. We just know it's after the show. I would imagine pretty soon after the show. Yeah. But I don't know when. Neil says, I thought Emily said they were going to offer a code to where you could go and pre-order it online during the show. For Dr. Mindbender, that is for people at Sdcc only. So if you're at Sdcc, you can get a code, and then that code allows them to unlock it as a pre-order online during the show. We, as people that aren't attending Sdcc, have to wait till after the convention. Now, I'm sure there are I'm sure there are ways around it. I'm sure people are going to be sending codes from the show to people that aren't at the show. I don't know if it's being geo-fenced or anything. We're not sure. But I'm sure there will be ways to get it while it's at the show if you're not there. Now, like I said, the other thing is they'll be popping up after the show for everyone else. So they won't be difficult to get hold of, I don't think. Personally, I think they will. Adam Drake says, I hadn't realized there was any news today. Well, there kind of was two little tiny bits of news that I've made into one big piece of news, and then thrown another load of things on top of it, as I do. Road Pig John says, Yo Joe Cobra, la 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 la. I've got to say it like that too. Clark says, when was my last contact from Hasbro? My last contact with Hasbro was probably messaging Emily to ask about what was it? There was something recent that she posted a rumor. I think it was the Dr. Mindbender rumor. I think I messaged her about it, and then she just sent me the link to what she'd just posted. So that was my last technical contact with a member of Hasbro. My last professional contact with Hasbro was probably the Q&A. We've got another one coming up soon, though, Clark. We'll have another interview soon. But obviously they're doing Sdcc at the moment, so they couldn't do anything like before that. So it'll probably be between Sdcc and the end of the HasLab. But we've got something lined up. Same with Brian from Super7. We couldn't get it sorted in time before he left for Sdcc, unfortunately. But we will be speaking to Hasbro and to Super7 soon. Neil Hill says, I'd wager the week following Sdcc for Mindbender. Yeah, agreed. Eduardo says, but when do you think we'll get the retro gung-ho? The anticipation is killing me. Well, we've just had Baroness and Lady J to a degree. They haven't even really shown up a lot in Walmarts yet, but they have kind of started shipping out pre-orders and stuff for those. So we've only just had Wave Un, and then I think the second lot was it Destro and Gung-Ho? It is, isn't it? So probably not for a few weeks yet, Eduardo, possibly even months. Just being realistic, I guess. But yeah, I want that Gung-Ho so bad. So good. Any new classified reveals at Sdcc? Probably is all I can say about that. Mindbender has, I think, 3 times the quantity than Zartan it was, Clark, that was mentioned in Emily's post. I'm not sure if it was 4 times, but I think it's 3 times more. So, yeah, I'm not sure of the math there, but yeah, 3 times more than Zartan was made. Rudy says, hoping to see some in-hand figures or even prototypes of the Super 7 Ultimates in the Sdcc footage, especially Doc. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Get some good looks at all the Ultimate stuff. Neil Hill says, I'm hoping for a guy in a trench coat on the corner selling Mindbender at 4 times the price. Probably happen. Joe says, do I take viewer-submitted questions for future Q&As with Hasbro? Yes and no. So what I try to... The thing is, we only have a short amount of time, and there's a lot of people on the Q&As. So what happens is we try and get as many decent questions in as we can. If they're questions that have already been asked in the past, then no, we don't. If they're questions that are cool and it's like, oh yeah, that's a good one, then we'll probably, usually we've already got that question in our list anyway, in written slightly differently or, within another question. But if it's something like new that we haven't thought of, 100% we'll take it on board. And if it's a good one, then yeah, we'll take it on board. What will happen is I'll try and squeeze that into usually we get an opportunity to do something with them after the fact as well. So we'll try and squeeze it into one of those kind of scenarios. But effectively, we try to. Like I said, we try and get the questions in where we can, the best ones that we feel are the best ones within the group that we have. And then obviously people are asking questions that probably come up that we would have asked as well. So yeah, like we try. But it's one of those things where we kind of want to know the same things. Do you know what I mean? It's not like we don't want to know what the fans ask, because we are the fans. Like I'm not nothing special. I'm just a fan like you guys are. I just make stupid amounts of content about it. that's the difference. You're welcome, Clark, because you said thank you. I'm just saying you're welcome for that. Need to plant. Oh yeah, you're right. Definitely. That was one thing I did ask about. I will be asking about, I should say, sorry, is about that Cobra Hiss t-shirt, because it's dope, innit? Love it. Neil Hill says retro gung-ho in 2023, 100%. Yeah, like I said, yeah, it's a bit of a ways off, innit? Definitely. Hello, Toy Bounty Hunter. Hello, Soda. You guys are late, but I'm about to finish, but no biggie. Thanks for jumping on anyway. Neil Hill says, my question for the Joe team would be, are they taking the more recent feedback that some people are not liking, that the figures are turning out to be too Real American Hero faithful? Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. So recent feedback being that they've gone too far into a Real American Hero and too far away from the classified kind of style at the start. That's probably a good question to ask, yeah. Are they taking that feedback on board? I feel like they're taking all of the feedback on board and to heart a lot. That's just what seems to be what's happening. Dusty in particular took quite a bit of flack for looking a little bit too much like the original figure without enough flair added to it, specifically modern military flair. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I know the rifle's pretty cool though. They've definitely improved on the stock and how that works. But no, I agree with you. It definitely went, way close to the original. Toy Bounty Hunter says, here's an oddball question. Any chance Emily or Lenny can tell us the specific O-rings they use for the new O-ring figs? So maybe us vintage collectors can start trying them out for our vintage figs. Yeah, I think, what did they say? Just like, it was like, not weapons grade. It was like food grade O-rings, wasn't it? Or something like industrial food grade. I can't remember. Yeah, they're just not like your usual ones. They're just a little bit more, I don't know. They'll probably still fail on you after a few years. Rob H just wants to see physical copies of the figures revealed in June at Sdcc. Very, very likely, I'd have to say. Yeah, good possibility that happens. Troy Smith says, next time you talk to Lenny and Emily, can you ask them if it would be a bad idea to just sell the Ram cycle by itself without a figure? It's an interesting question, that, Troy. I think they probably wouldn't sell it on its own, because you can still get it really good price with Breaker, and now obviously you can get it with Duke in a Tiger Force deco, of course. I don't know if they'd do that. But again, like, I could pose a question to them, definitely. Joe Self, do I know if Lenny alone picks which characters get made, or if he's part of a team, and does the exclusives get picked by the partner Target or Hasbro? There's definitely a discussion. Lenny obviously is the one that's going to start the conversation, but I believe I've got dinner here. But I believe there's a discussion on appropriate choices, good characters, strong enough for to be revealed, to be done in this particular wave, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of discussion goes into it, but I don't know. I think Lenny is picking characters, but then I'm sure other people in that team are also going, hey, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this, etc. So yeah, I think it's a team thing at the end of the day. I'd love a white lab coat Mindbender at some future point. Agreed, Yorktown Joe, that would be awesome. Silicone food grade, I think, says Jay Doran. Thank you, Jay Doran. It was, wasn't it? It was silicone food grade. Thank you. Yeah. So there you go. There's your answer. You can go and get some silicone food grade O-rings to fix your other old vintage figures. Ask for Xandar, please, says Soda. I will do. I will do. Last few comments and I'll call it a night. I would also have a question about PulseCon later this year. How much more could they be revealing? It's something like that. Lots, I imagine, Neil. Lots. Did I miss much, says Couchboy? Not much, not really. I've just talked about PulseCon dates being revealed, which you can go back and check. You can check the video out later if you want to, Couchboy. And Super7 stuff. They posted a really cool image of their Pyramid of Darkness pack, which I can't wait to see. So it looks awesome. Eduardo says, Chris, do you ever take your figures to parties, restaurants, or other outings in public like I do? And do people look at you like you're nuts? Laughing my ass. LMAO. Well, I'll just say LMAO. Eduardo, yes. Kate and I took Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow once, the 4-inch, I think they were the 50th anniversary 2-pack. We took those figures to a sushi restaurant that we used to frequent in Missouri. Awesome one called Geisha. Loved it. It was awesome. And then what they would do is when you ordered a certain, amount, we used to order so much sushi. It was incredible. They'd bring it out on a boat, like a small, 4-inch scale kind of boat with dry ice that would float all over the table or cover the table. So we put our figures in the dry ice. I got the picture somewhere on my Instagram or somewhere. And yeah, took a picture of it with the dry ice, the figures next to the boat with the dry ice around it. It was awesome. So we used to do that, and they used to think it was really funny when we used to take pictures of our figures doing it. We did that. We also, Kate and I took Crocmaster and Outback to Maine with us recently, and we went to this beautiful kind of river. It was just this beautiful little kind of spot in the middle of nowhere under this bridge. just incredible. And we took loads of pictures of Outback and Crocmaster. You can actually view those images on Hoarder if you want to get the app as well. It's free. You can just sign up for the Hoarder app, HOARDAR. It's on Android and iOS. And yeah, you can check out those images on Hoarder. You can also check them out on our Facebook page and Twitter. But yeah, always doing it, buddy. Always. You're welcome, Joe. Said thank you. 30th Sdcc sales are I don't understand what that means, Couchboy. Sorry. But check it. You'll have to watch the rest of the show anyway. Oh, that's a good shout, Agent Chuckles. I think you've asked this question before, or someone has. It might not have been you. It might have been someone else in the chat ages ago. Asking Hasbro if there's any chance for a studio series in the classified line. I mean, you're kind of getting that with Sarge in a sense, because he's like a movie figure, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? But no, that's a great idea. And then have it like a VHS box. Oh my God, it would be so dope. So dope. I agree with you. Let's push that. Anyway. Neil Hill says, "Oh man, that response makes me think you know things, Chris." I know I know things, Neil. Neil Hill says, "I sometimes take a figure with me on vacation. I leave it at the hotel, but I still have one with me." You leave what? Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant like when you left, you leave it in the hotel. No, I get what you mean. Like it stays in the hotel. I get you. Catchboy says, "I have triples for play figs, one to rock, one to stock, one to have in hand and to go." I love that, Couchboy. That's hardcore, man. I love it. Agent Chuckle says, "Lol, probably. I'd like to see Bruce Willis. Thanks." And mate, yeah, Bruce Willis figure would be dope. Clark's actually thinking of getting out of classified without the plastic window. Well, we'll see how that goes, Clark. Let us know how you get on with that. Because, yeah, I couldn't even imagine getting out of classified right now. Right, I'm going to enjoy my dinner now. It's been a pleasure, guys. Thanks for jumping on and chatting with me, talking through the little bit of news we've had today. I'll be back I'll be back because obviously we've got Sdcc to cover. Not just that, but we've got an awesome monthly to show you as well that's coming out in a couple of days. And I've still got to edit it. It's taken me ages. But that's not why it's not out yet. We can't put it out just yet. So that's going out in a couple of days. And then obviously we've got the weekly where Pat and I will talk about what's been going on at Sdcc, even though it'll be right in the middle of Sdcc. And then, we've got other things coming. So look alive, look busy. McLeod's coming. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, I'll see you guys probably soon, the way the news goes at the moment. After 3, you know what to do. 1, 2, 3. Full force. You know it's right.
That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, Full Force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter at The Full Force, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/The Full Force, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/The Full Force Podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.